Hi, good morning. My third intro this week. I'm hoping to get all 3 videos up. So I've got a bit of all sorts this week, really. I'm going to show you in a moment. We're going to have Dolly. We're going to have Dolly crochet. And we're going to have what I call real people crochet, if that makes sense. My gifting type crochet. We've got that as well this week. So I'm just doing all the intros back to back. And then I've got to get on with the videos. But I will get on with what this video is. And here, I'm leaning forward. Again, you'll have seen from the thumbnail that this, ta-da, is what I'm looking at. Now, this is something I had seen sort of advertised, but obviously here in the UK, we're always a little bit behind. I mean, we can be a few months behind for a new release, and I'd really got my eye on her. I almost bought her from sort of like a pre-order site, but she was like £64, £65. I'm thinking, a lot of detail, fair enough, I'm thinking, and I know Rainbow High can be expensive, so I was umming and ahhing, and then I got distracted in life like it is, so I wasn't looking, and then all of a sudden I saw it on somebody else's Instagram, and I knew she was UK, so I sent her a message, did you get it in the UK? And she says, yes, Smyths. I'm like, yeah. And it was, I saved like about £20 because she was on, I think she was 42, 45, something. Oh, I'll have to check on that one for you. But yeah, she was just over £40 on Smyths. So that was quite a saving. And I could just go and pick her up so I didn't have to worry about postage. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. It wasn't so much her. I mean, yes, she is beautiful, but I love the accessories that you get. So yes, she is in that 40 plus price range, but you're getting a lot more with her. So I really do hope they are nice quality when I get in there. I've already moved a little space for her up on the shelf, so I know exactly where she's going. So we're going to go top down, have a good look at her, see whether the products are as nice as they look. I really do hope so, because I think she is so lovely. I will see you in a moment, top down. So here she is. We have Sabrina St. Cloud. I hope that is how you pronounce that. We've got here Sabrina St. Cloud. It is series 1. So I'm presuming, as it says here, Rainbow Vision. I think that's a little sort of play on Eurovision because of the way the heart is. So I think they've sort of taken a little bit of that there. And I think she's gorgeous. As I mentioned, I had seen her before it came out in the UK, and I was umming and ahhing whether to try and get her early, but I'm glad I didn't, because I saved quite a lot of money. So we're going to look at all her accessories as well. I think this is gorgeous. I've seen people using this with their Cindy's as well. So any fashion doll, you can use this as an accessory for. So there's so much to look at. Where do we start? Do we look at the box? We can see there is actually 3 girls in this range. I'm going to try and turn the box over without hitting the camera because the box is quite big. Ta-da, there we go. So they're just all stunning. I was umming and ahhing between these 2 because I do like the gold, but I'm very much into pink, so I'm like, oh, which one? So we have Rainbow Divas. That is basically it. It says the world famous Rainbow Vision. Yeah, they are. They're playing it on like Eurovision Song Contest here in Europe. And it says music competition is heating up and the ladies of Rainbow Divas have their eyes on the prize. So yeah, they sort of like a little nod towards that Eurovision. The artwork is lovely as always. They are all beautiful. I just love the gold on her eyes on this one. So I was like, I don't know. So, but I did go for this one. So we're going to turn the box back over because I don't really think there's much else to say on it. These are just plain sides. This is just like a handle. It's a plain side. And at the bottom, it's all like terms and condition-y type things, you know, not suitable for under 3s, etc, etc, etc. We all know how that goes. And obviously that is from MGA Toys. So back over we go. I think I'll try and get these out first. Now sometimes these just pull out. These aren't going to play. Oh, hang on, I don't know. Hey, it did. It took a bit of the box with it. So we've got some shoes there. We can get this one out. Will this one come out? As you know, I'm not a box keeper. That one came out really easy though. It's quite a nice way of putting it. I was actually looking at this and seeing it on Cindy or Barbie, but there you go. They can share. They can share. That's not a problem. And these I'm quite excited about. So can we get these out easy enough? Nope, it ain't going. Let's see what this one's going to do. Oh, these are tough. These are tough. I'm desperately trying not to suddenly sort of smack back. It's because it's a lot deeper box. Look, that's why it was harder to get out, because obviously it's a larger item, isn't it? So that's that one. And then, oh, and then the box completely collapses. That's okay. But that one came out nice and easy. Now, how can we get this lady out without... I think it's not going to happen. I think I'm just going to have to pull the box apart. Now, for you guys who do keep them in the boxes, the box is lovely, I must admit. So if she was just sitting on your side in a box, I think that would be really nice. There's a little bit of sellotape there. Is that anything? Not really. Right, what I'm going to do is, it looks like there's a sort of a piece there that would come open. Wow, this is going to be fun, isn't it? I hate opening boxes. Yeah, you know, I said 3+. In fact, I'm sure underneath it does say there's like a 03 with, you know, with a line through it saying not suitable. But on the top here, it does actually say 6+. And I think that's probably because of all the accessories, and which is fair enough. I don't know whether it's so much that a younger child would damage it or anything, but they'd lose the bits, and you know, you don't want... Some children still do have a tendency to eat things. I know my grandson's a little bit like that. Not that he's 6 yet. He's coming up 4. Right, there we go. So, how many pieces of card are holding you in? Right, well, we can get rid of the big box now. Although, let me double check. Yes, I'm at it again. Don't get rid of the big box until you check where the stand is. The stand is there, and it's like a little hair, a hair accessory, a comb, isn't it? Right, so I think we'll look at her first, because I can't wait to get her out of the box. And let me see. These, they sort of do. What I was looking for is the recent Barbie one I opened. No, it's not going to work, is it? Unless I can get the sellotape out. These sort of like folded and just pushed through, and it made life so much easier for getting her out of the box. I mean, to be honest, there's not actually many ties, is there? So I'm hoping when we get through all of this, that one's, I'm not cut that one. Oh, I've got a little slipper appearing in there. Those little slippers I were making earlier. In fact, you know, they might fit these dolls as well. I did them for Cindy, and I did say Barbie, but to be honest, any sort of fashion doll they would probably fit. Oh, that's weird. There's 2 pieces on this one. No, we've got a piece there, and then I've got sellotape stuck to my fingers now. Hey, there we go. I'll give you that sellotape. That's annoying. So 2 more to go. Oh, I don't want to squash you. I nearly squashed her there, didn't I? Got a bit of a sequin escape there. A tiny sequin. Yeah, so you can watch my battle of getting her out of the box. In theory, she should just pull out now. Let's turn her over and let's see. Well, she does, but then because she's attached to yet another piece of plastic, that didn't go as well as I hoped. I mean, this one slides off the wrist. That's easy enough. In fact, I'm going to cut it because I don't want to scratch her hand. Right, so that's one. Everything's attached, which I suppose it's, in some respects, it's got to. I'm just going to cut all these. So we have her microphone stand. It's sort of like one of those vintage sort of microphone stands, which is really quite cute. I do like that. Again, could be used for any dolls if you were doing any sort of displays or anything. And I thought we'd escaped them, but we haven't. There are lots and lots. They feel different though. Does that sound silly? Be careful not to squash her face here, aren't I, really? They feel a bit sort of rubbery rather than plastic. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know a lot of the companies are trying to be a lot more environmental now, which is absolutely fabulous. But we definitely don't need all this, do we? 30,000 clips to keep her hair in. And she still feels, yeah, she is still attached. It's her feet. Yes, we have quite the plastic collection here. Look at that. That's just from that bit. So we'll move them over there because I will be careful where I do with them. And I'm going to turn her over and she will come out. No, she won't come out. There's one more. She's attached in on her waist. So yeah, get ready for this. Perhaps I'd have been better off unboxing her first. So we have tons of bits of plastic, which I'm popping all in that plastic box to one side so it can stay over there. And now at last we can have a look at her earrings just fallen out. I will leave that as well to one side. And we'll start with the top, and most people do, with the hair. There doesn't feel like there's any sort of nasty product in like you sometimes get. It feels nice and soft. Yeah, it needs a bit of a brush, but you know, they've just been in the box for some time, and well, they're just manufactured and sort of thrown in the box, I suppose. She has some little hair slides, which actually, I've pulled them out, are actual little slides. Look, you see that? I'll leave that one on if I can. I'll try and put them back. Hair is just sort of pinned back in like a little sort of bobble there. We need to see this face though, don't we? Just look. Can you see her face? I think you can, yes. Just look at that. Just look at the makeup on that. It is absolutely gorgeous. She's got little tiny bits of, I would say they're silver, or there's a pink glitter under there, and this looks like more like a silvery glitter. She has green eyes, and obviously as you can see all the pink sort of, couldn't think of the word then, eyeshadow, etc. She's got these gorgeous little tiny sort of baby hairs here, which are really nice. I do like those. And she's got this bright pink. Her face actually has a complete shimmer to it. It's not just the eyes. If you sort of move her about, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that in the light. There's like a shimmer on her face as well. So we'll move down again. Oh, I can feel those silly pin things in the back of her head. I'm going to have to try and cut them shorter or move them. We have the fabulous articulation on the head, so we get some great photos from that. Love that completely. She has a little rainbow high necklace, which is actually stitched to the dress. So does it unfasten at the back? I think it does. I don't know whether I dare do it. Oh, look, it does. It unfastens. You have a little sort of fastener there. So that's okay, because I was just thinking I don't really want to unstitch it off the dress, because it would be safer to save it and keep it that way. Just looking at my light's gone very bright on the camera. Is that gone bright? I don't know why. So we go back to the articulation. We have our normal movement, which is great. We have that piece of elastic still stuck around her wrist. Why is it still stuck? I think it's caught in her wrist. There we go. So she has a little bracelet. Again, it's all matching. She's even got a ring that's actually moulded onto the finger. Well, the light has gone strange. I really hope that doesn't make a difference to the filming. And she's got these gorgeous nails, beautiful painted nails in like a soft pink, pastel sort of pink. Her arm feels a little bit loose. That's a little bit loose. Not sure what that's about. But again, because mine are display dolls, it's sort of, yeah, the light is altering. I've got new blinds up, but I wouldn't have thought it'd make much difference. Yeah, look, that one's loose-ish. Again, she has two bangles on this hand, all the same sort of theme. They're just like little squared off sort of faux gems, so to speak. So they're sort of matching. They go larger and then they get smaller and smaller. And again, love the hand positions on these dolls. But again, for actual photographs and that, it's absolutely amazing. The dress, well, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. We do have sequins all over it. I know some people have talked about losing some of the sequins. I think, unfortunately, that in the world of sequins, that happens. It's like, I've got some there. I've got some sequins dropped off. It just happens. We can't do a huge amount about that, I'm afraid. She's got this little underskirt, ruffle underskirt that matches the sort of dress. It's actually attached to the skirt of the dress there. I just love that shape. I've got some more sequins coming off. There is probably, might be worth just giving it a little shake and we'll get some of the loose sequins off. But I don't think it's like, oh, sequins aren't on. It's not detrimental. Are they glued on? I can't tell. Let's have a look. Right. That might be the issue. The sequins are glued on. So if you've got a fabric glue, be very careful if you stick them back on, but you could actually put them back on. I suppose you can't expect somebody to be stitching them on. That would take like forever. But a lot of fabrics do come already with pre-stitched on sequins. So surely that would have been a better option. So let's go to the back. You can see we've got this gorgeous shape to the dress. I mean, lovely fit on her. We've got a Velcro fastening, and she's also got a sequin stuck to her back. Yeah, these sequins could be an issue. I might have to have a look at them. I might just give it a shake, see what comes off, and then sort of if we've got to put any sequins back on, I will do that. The fabric itself is really nice. It's a really nice sort of stiff fabric. And like I said, the underskirt's lovely with very fine sort of mesh net. And then it's sort of got this edging on it as well, which gives it that sort of the stiffness to allow it to stick out a little bit. So that is great. Feet, shoes, yay, love shoes. We all know what the articulation is now, so I'm not going to go fully through it, but yeah, they have this double bend on the knees and the arms. Again, great for photos. And she's got these killer heels, again in this sort of soft sort of, it's shiny but it's matte. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's got like a shimmer to it all the way around. So the shoes are absolutely gorgeous as well. Now, like I say, apart from the sequins, I think that is spot on. She has a little belt. Does that come off separate? No, the little belt is actually attached to the dress. Again, we've got the RH, your typical rainbow high things. I think sometimes the RH things are a little bit too much. You know, it might be nice to leave some of it sort of a little bit plainer, especially if you're the sort of person who's going to be swapping the doll outfits about. Let's pop your earring back in. I'm always losing earrings. I've got to be really careful, and that hair clip doesn't want to stay in, so I'm going to have to look at that as well later, but not for now. We don't need to be messing about with that. So I'm going to pop her to one side. I say she is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to take some photos because I've got a feeling she's going to photograph so nicely. But we need to see these accessories. I know most of you are wanting to see the accessories rather than anything else. We've seen the dolls, they're all sort of similar-ish, aren't we? But accessories are exciting. So we have, the basics we'll get out of the way first. Shoes. And I'm not going to take them fully out. We can see pretty well what they are. Not sure what the little tiny glittery socks are about. I'm sure that's not really necessary. Love the shoes though. We've got the little bow here. She's got a chunky heel for this one and a little ankle strap. So that is really nice. You do have to be careful with these ankle straps though, I do find, because there's no sort of gap where it opens. So be careful when you're popping them in because this can tear. I'm not just on about their dolls, I'm just on about in general ankle straps on dolls' shoes can tear like that. The little socks are cute. So not sure why she would wear little socks. Perhaps I'm just out of the fashion area. I don't know. So we have some little shoes. Then we have the clothing. Now, I know people have sort of been saying this sort of is sort of very Chanel-esque, I suppose you could describe it as. Love the little fur coat. We've got to get that out. We've got to get it out. Although, again, we are attached by quite a few little bits and bobs. Let's see what I can do here. See, fast forward with me while I'm trying to get into the boxes. That might be the best option for you. These tiny scissors are quite good though because they're sharp. So we have a little fur jacket, which is still attached. Oh, there we go. I don't know whether I should have pulled that, but I have done. It's just on this like little plastic body, which again, totally not necessary. So we have a nice lining. It is nicely lined. Again, RH on everything. And she's got this sort of really cute little fur. I mean, look, it's even lined under the collar. I mean, that's a nice touch. That is good. So I do love the little fur jacket. And again, it'll probably fit quite a few different dolls. Now, let's see if we can get this one out. Oh, I'm flicking little bits of tags at me now. Right, not sure. Oh, I'll see if I can get the tags from this side. Oh, I really hate these tags so much. I wonder how many parents curse when Father Christmas brings dolls like this because it takes them so long to get them out of the package. Now, the little top is just still attached to the plastic. It's just sort of like a little sort of crop bra type top almost. The sequins are actually stitched on this time, so that is good. So that makes it easier. Well, we attached, yes, we're still attached. I get some attachment is needed. I understand that, but I don't think that much attachment is required. They must have perhaps a rough trip from where they come from so it doesn't fall off. But again, nice fabric, good quality, nice and stiff. We have this sort of little bit in between that sort of keeps the skirt in position, so when she's popping it on, there's that side of it. Again, I'll take some photos of her in the second outfit as well. So that's nice. It's a nice sort of quality fabric. It's got a little gold sort of element to the pink as well, and the pink sort of shiny sequins, and so I'm glad to see that they are stitched on. That is good. But let's get on to these other accessories. These are the ones I want to get into. My table is such a mess. That's a stand. We don't need to look at a stand, do we? I don't want to lose them either, so I'll put them in with the shoes. Let's clear a little bit so we can see. The first part of the accessories is this. Now, this is absolutely adorable. Let's see how easy these are to get into. It's going to take me half an hour to sort out all the recycling. Sometimes see why people keep their dolls in boxes. But because I like to photograph mine, keeping them in boxes is definitely not, that's done now, definitely not an option. So what already fell out, we have this sort of like makeup compact. Again, we've got sort of that designer feel to it. These are just like stuck on pieces of paper, to be honest, but again, got a proper little mirror. If you're taking photos and that's fine, it looks great. We have a little hairdryer, which has this little clip which will hold onto our hand, which is quite nice. It's got quite a lot of detail to it. That even comes off, and that's really cool. So, again, RH all over it, but it's got quite a bit of detail. I don't have a hairdryer for any of the dolls, so this will be handy for any of them. So I'm going to fasten that compact up. And then we have these tiny brushes. That I'm flicking everywhere. Now, they aren't real brushes, which I was semi-disappointed with. I know you're going to say, well, how on earth can they do little brushes like that? But they did, because Zuru did with their handbags. Their brushes were like proper, because I was so excited about those when I saw them. But again, great for photo shoots, great for children to play with. And yeah, so this is great. Perhaps it's not practical to put real sort of hair in it, but the price would have probably gone up again. So last one, and this is perhaps my favourite looking thing, so I hope I'm not going to be disappointed with it. Let's see, we got one across there. Hopefully that is it. Does it come out? Nope, we have another one. There's one across the mirror. Try not to scratch the mirror when you're doing it. It doesn't want to cut. There we go. Now does it come out? Yay. So again, not badly fastened in, I suppose, but there's still plenty of plastic there. This is just, look at that. Look, you see, we've got this that comes up. That's even like a chain. So the detailing, again, it matches everything. We've got all that sort of designer feel there where, you know, it just makes it a little bit more special, doesn't it? Little handle, again, with that rope effect. And we open it up like it was at, oh, got to put that down first. Make sure you put that down before you try opening it up. And we open it up. And we've got sort of like little gems that are sort of indicating lights, perhaps, you know, like you get around a mirror. A little area where, in fact, we can take that bit off. I didn't even notice that bit, where she can store things. There's a little bit of plastic in there. That's just to hold things in place, I think. So we can take that out, so she could pop her other sort of accessories in there. We could pop her brushes in there. Perhaps let's put her brushes in. Let me get it in the right way. There we go. I suppose you can keep a compact in there as well. So that is really nice. And then we have this little opening bit here. So we've got an R and an R. We open it up. And look, we even have a drawer. Does that come out? I think it should, shouldn't it? I think it's probably just me. Can I pop the scissors under it and do it? Yay! Oh, it did open. And again, this is quite cute. The detailing is lovely. You've got that extra little sort of piece to sort of separate or draw products up, and then the hairdryer perhaps can sort of sit in the bottom, and it does fit in quite nicely, so that is good. I like that a lot. We have proper little wheels. They do actually turn, which is nice, and they turn that way as well, so the detailing on that is wonderful. So she can sort of take her little vanity case when she's doing her show, and she's got all her makeup, all her details. I can also do her hair. Everything is in there. So to me, apart from the doll, I think my favourite things are the doll, the fur coat, and this. Love this. This is the selling point for me. This is what I wanted, because again, it can be used for any of my dolls if I wanted to sort of do a scene with it. So I thought, well, great, it works with everybody. So I'm really, really pleased with that. So here she is. this is the new Rainbow High that I have got. She is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to take some photos, so I'm going to pop some photos on the end to get ready for the photos, because I can imagine I'm going to want to take so many photos of it. It's unreal. I could do with setting up some sort of room sort of look, but I've not really got anywhere for this size doll to do that. I will have a think about that. But hope you enjoyed watching it. Hope it helps you decide whether you would want to spend that much money out or not. I'll double check the price on Smyths, and I'll probably pop the link on there for you as well. But yes, I'm glad I waited, because it would have cost me a lot more. But we always get the dolls late here in the UK. It's just how it is, unfortunately. But I'm really pleased I waited for her, and I think she is so lovely. I will have some more doll videos coming up this month as well, because I've got my birthday at the end of the month, and I know I've got some dolly surprises. My family know me well, and they basically just say, what do you want? And that is what happens usually. So yes, I have got some more. Don't think I'll be doing any doll reviews up till that point. I think I'm sort of out. I've got a few things that I've bought previously. I mean, I've got a few things I've had in there like 6-8 months plus, so I do need to get through what I'm doing, but I need to do a few crochet items as well. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy my videos, you know what to do. Please like, subscribe and share. Have a look at those photos on the end. Please pop some comments. Do you have her? Are you thinking of having her? Do you think she's too expensive? Do you think Rainbow High are moving too fast? I agree with you on that one. It's like one after the other. They're coming out so quick. I'm so glad I'm not a person who collects all of them. Otherwise, I would definitely be bankrupt. As lovely as they are, and apart from that, where would you put them all? If you're lucky enough to have a lot of space, that must be fabulous. I'd love to know if you have got that and you've got them all set out. I bet they look gorgeous. But that's not something I personally would do, because I collect too many other dolls. I'm too eclectic with my collections. So I'm going. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.